people who played this instrument originally were wandering mendicant monks, many of them lay people who were Buddhist practitioners in the 6th to about the 10th century, before there were monasteries for them. They were called the mat monks because they kept this flute wrapped in a mat on their back, and their bowl and their mat were their only belongings. And much of the literature that the modern day players of this instrument still share with audiences and play is literature from that time. We're all taught most of this literature, at least 30 standard pieces across all of the different schools. There are also secret codes, because later on there were people who would pose as these monks, and they in fact were assassins, and because they wore a large basket over their head, you couldn't see their faces. And so this history is fascinating. This flute, the shakuhachi, is mixed up in the literature with the shakuhachi, which simply means 1.8 feet Japanese, just the length of the flute, which was the same length as the samurai short sword. And so this was in fact developed into a weapon of sorts by the Ronin samurai who were disposed in the Shogun Wars. And so, yes, it's a fighting flute. We don't tell this to the airlines, but it's a close-quartered fighting flute. But it's a favorite in Hong Kong movies as well, that you've heard this in. The piece I'm going to play for you, I'll combine two pieces and play excerpts from them, so it's very quick for you. And that is the Song of the Dusk, since we're experiencing the dusk now. And in it, you will hear, it's as if you were walking along a path and in the village, and you hear through a window and you'll hear people crying, you'll hear conversation, all within the flute sound itself. You'll hear the sound of the wind, melodies that are overtone melodies, as well as the flute itself. And the ideal sound for the flute is the wind blowing through the bamboo grove. So not just one note, but many notes. And in fact, it's to contain all of the harmonies, all of the colors, all the timbres in one sound. And the Buddhist monks call it enlightenment in one sound.